Hello, friends and enemies. I'm tickled that you've joined me once again today. We're gonna visit this new trend of females in gyms trying to make viral TikToks by shaming anyone that has the audacity of glancing their way while they're filming themselves doing butterfly squats. But first, we got a mile-high kumbaya gone wrong, a beautiful throuple love story, and the saddest attempt at getting away with murder you've ever seen. Welcome back to another edition of Brainworms. So this first video is from the perspective of somebody that was stranded on a plane with a bunch of other people in Iceland because there were 115 km/h winds. And they said, luckily we had our instruments on the plane and decided to start a sing-along. Let's just get a little taste.
Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. One more time!
Oh, not the one more time! They get him with the one more time! As you can imagine, if you've spent any time on the internet, you know that people did not respond nicely to this. There were some people on the plane singing along, trying to make the best out of obviously crappy situation. But everyone that has seen this video on Twitter is like, if that was me, I would be on the no-fly list. I would jump out the window, etc., etc.
West Virginia.
I mean, they just keep going. It seems like 10 hours is a long time to be stuck on a plane. I don't know how long they kept singing for, but maybe like one time, one quick pass through country road and then wrap it up. People can put their headphones back on. I don't know, but Bose should use this footage completely unedited as a commercial for their noise canceling headphones. What is the price of sanity, you ask? $300. Come and get them. It's some fucking phenomenal content, and I use those exact same headphones. They work incredibly. Now, when I first saw this, the nihilistic, terminally online side of me agreed, kind of. I immediately pictured myself ripping open the cabin door latch and laughing gleefully as everyone got sucked out of the plane and started careening towards Earth blissfully in their final moments, knowing they avoided the torture of happy people singing on a plane for 10 hours. But the human side of me wonders, when did everyone become so goddamn miserable? You know, Twitter has truly ruined us to the point we can't even watch a group of people turn a shitty situation into a pleasant one without it pissing us off somehow. Y'all bitches need to touch grass and let people be happy, and yes, I'm part of the bitches I'm speaking to. One more time, country road, take me home to the place where I roam. You know what, on second thought, I'd probably break their instruments over my face and sit them back down in their seats. 10 hours stuck on a plane is too barbaric to expect anyone to act rationally or enjoy something. Now, literally in the last hour, the video we just watched got taken down from all the viral places I saw it. So what I guess probably happened is what the internet does best. They take something that could have been nice for some people and completely ruin it. So I'm sure this girl, who seems lovely and sings, is probably in a band and lives a wonderful life and is sweet and kind, got absolutely dumped on by the internet because everyone on the internet fucking hates everything. And so now she's getting hate from a viral thing that she meant to be nice and kind for the people on the plane. So once again, we just live in a hellhole landscape where everyone hates everything. Brainworms all around. You, me, people on the plane. We all have it, I guess, in this case.
Asking my husband
Next
and
up,
boyfriend what their anti-ick is about me.
There we go. Love these ones. Asking your husband and your boyfriend what their anti-ick is about you. This is just, we are coming out of the gates quick here.
What's your anti-ick about me?
What?
Your anti-ick.
First off, the fact that she had to replace what's your favorite thing about me with what's your anti-ick about me has melted my soul. Everything on TikTok has to be so quirky. Look at me, I'm different. Kind of like her relationship, I guess.
What do you like about me?
What I like about you? You're pretty.
That's shallow.
I'm not allowed to like that you're pretty.
Well, I guess you can like.
Oh my God, give me a break. It's shallow. It's also a nice thing for your boyfriend to say when your husband doesn't say it enough. So just take the compliment, Carrot Top, okay? Or should I say take the anti-ick?
Is that like your favorite thing?
Favorite thing? Oh no.
What's your favorite thing?
Oh.
Pretty, that's like 3 or 4 on the list. The fact that you're
How
also
weirdly
banging
we,
another dude, that's
got
up there as
along
well.
right off the bat.
That's so quirky too.
I mean, and it was very weird.
Yeah, especially because you don't get along with anybody.
I don't.
What's your anti-ick about?
Ready for that? Hold on. Let's try that one again. Here we go.
What's your anti-ick about
They don't say it anywhere, but I'm 100% convinced that this is the husband just by the look on his face right out of the gates.
me?
What?
Your anti-ick.
What the hell does that mean?
It's like, what's your favorite?
Appropriate response. Melting! This still frame right here, I think probably sums up the entire lovely throuple relationship they have going on. She's like panning the camera around manually. Look at this. Oh God, the desperation for attention, the need for validation is palpable. It's sickening. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Woo! Love that.
That doesn't sound like an anti-ick.
Well, the internet trend is doing the X, but I don't want to do the X because we don't dislike anything about each other.
Oh, there's red flag number one. Well, we don't dislike anything about each other. That's, yeah, okay. Psychos.
Okay, probably that you're always willing to give it up.
Ooh, Daddy-o!
Okay,
Good thing.
sure.
Yeah, that's my girl. Can't think of a single thing I like about you except that I can get my whistle wet whenever I want in between my marathon D&D sessions. And why didn't she call him out for being shallow, right? Looks like the husband still wears the pants in the relationship if he's allowed to get away with saying something like that without any pushback. But look me in the eyes and tell me that guy is not Netflix serial killer documentary material. You can't. But speaking of killing your wife, I had a local Brainworms case in my home state recently when a man by the name of Brian Walsh pulled off the worst ever getting away with murder we've possibly ever seen. Just for some context, this is Brian Walsh and his now deceased wife. It's a tragic case, so I apologize in advance that I'll probably be laughing, but here's the bullet points. His wife was reported missing by her work 3 days after she was last seen on New Year's Day. He said she bought plane tickets for a work emergency and hadn't seen her since New Year's Day, but on January 2nd, Brian was seen on surveillance buying $450 in cleaning supplies, including mops, a bucket, tarps, drop cloths, and a tape from a Home Depot. Not to mention the bloody knife they found in his basement, but the biggest malfeasance of his CSI level cover-up was running straight to the all-seeing eye of Google to search 10,000 ways to dispose of a body, which was easily pulled from his computer and read in front of a courtroom. Let's take a quick listen.
At 4:55 a.m. on January 1st, he searched how long before a body starts to smell.
Jesus
At 4:58 a.m., how to stop a body from decomposing. At 5:20 a.m., he searched how to embalm a body.
God, Jesus,
At
Brian.
5:37 a.m., 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to.
My man searched up a YouTube top 10 ways to dispose of a body listicle? What are you doing?
At 6:25 a.m. on the 1st,
It goes on.
how long for someone to be missing to inherit. At 6:34 a.m. on the 1st, can you throw away body parts?
What do you expect Google to say in response to that search query? Can you throw away body parts? I don't know, Brian. Can you cut off an arm and throw it somewhere? Of course you can. What do you think Google's gonna say? No, it's illegal to throw. What kind of Google search is that?
At 9:29 a.m., what does formaldehyde do? At 9:34 a.m. on the 1st, how long does DNA last? At 9:59 a.m.,
What does formaldehyde do? Good Lord, this man truly fell down the how to get away with murder rabbit hole online. Just got wrecked. And honestly, I've never wanted to have a VPN to shill so bad in my life because this is the best use case I can possibly think of. Of course, I'm not condoning this heinous crime, but these Google searches are comedy, you have to admit.
can identification be made on partial remains? At 11:34 a.m., dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body.
Wow.
At 11:44, how to clean blood from wooden floor. At 11:56 on the 1st, luminol to detect blood. At 1:08, what happens when you put body parts in ammonia? At 1:21,
really covering all his bases.
Crime scene clothes away or wash them.
This guy was unprepared to try to get away with this. He doesn't even know whether he's going to wash the crime scene clothes or throw them away. Should I burn them? Should I bleach them? Do I hang, can I tumble dry them do I hang them on the line? How do I dry them specifically? How do you get the blood out? So many questions. My man piled into a 12-hour span on Google. Unfortunately, apparently he doesn't realize that everything you put on the internet, Brian, is basically logged somewhere. Whoops-a-daisy, case closed, send the jury home. Don't even bother bringing a jury in, honestly. Just put this man behind bars for the rest of his life. That's a fantastic reply. His Google after the third search. Like, bro, you okay? Oh, man. If you were to write a tutorial on how to do everything within your power to get caught for murder after the fact, Brian was checking all the boxes. So this last video is a week or two old now, but there has been an epidemic of girls in the gym trying to frame guys acting completely normally as some kind of perverted creeps or something because they glanced at them or offered to help rack some weights or something while they were recording a video. Seemingly every girl that works out in a gym now records the entire thing because, of course, if you're not uploading to the internet, are you actually working out? No, of course you're not. Now, this particular video from this girl named Jessica Fernandez, I think, I stayed out of it initially because it's just infuriating to me how egocentric and attention hungry these chicks are. Females deal with real harassment on a regular basis, so when you see these clout hungry broads trying to create an incident out of thin air so they can go viral and build their personal brand, it makes me want to headbutt a katana. This is an abbreviated version of the video in question to give you some context.
This is how to not approach girls at the gym.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate when there's sweeties. It's me so uncomfortable.
So she's...
Feral, like fucking feral.
So right out of the gate, she's filming herself doing these things right here. There you go. Oh, yeah. Squeeze those glutes and stick those lips way up into the air. I'm not saying that's anything, but there's literally just a guy in the background. Maybe he's waiting for the squat rack, maybe not. Like, glances over for a hot second. Like, that's it. She can't believe it. She's disgusted.
Feral, like fucking feral. Swatch. This is the 5 ads. 5 pounds.
This is what women mean by men staring at them like a piece of meat. He literally glanced. She subtitles the whole thing to narrate it. I hesitate to grab my weight because him standing directly in front of me made me extremely uncomfortable.
Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay.
So she starts breaking down the weights because she's done and he's maybe waiting to get into that particular squat rack. And so he's going to help her rack the weight. Maybe a nice gesture, speed things up a little bit.
No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
She's like, no. Worst part, so she adds that sound effect and says, what if I just ripped his pee-pee out of its socket so he could never reproduce? This is why I don't want kids. Natural selection. Better take these weirdos out. He's going to jail for staring at an underage 21-year-old. I don't even know where to begin with those 4 statements, but that is name brand Brainworms right there.
See what I mean? All right, here we go.
I just want to share my perspective on this video. If you guys want to watch the full thing, you can go over to her page. First and foremost, as I've said before, there is a big difference between staring at somebody and simply looking or glancing at them.
So naturally, she got the Joey Swole treatment because you don't upload a video like that without getting absolutely slam dunked on by the Swole master himself. I don't know why, but I just love how this dude goes mega viral all the time just by offering reasonable insight into the sea of clout-starved fitness brainlets trying to have their gotcha moment to go viral. But with Joey at the helm, doing the Lord's work and respectfully putting this girl in her place, the entire internet basically agreed that she sucks and she got plenty of much-deserved criticism. She's since taken down the video and apologized, calling it a gross mistake, yada yada, just another case of someone being a total dipshit going viral, not in the manner they intended, but it ultimately probably helping their career anyways because we live in an attention economy where no press is bad press. So checkmate, rational people. This will continue happening over and over until my head explodes. Of course, the obligatory twit longer was included as well. It's longer than the New Testament, so if you feel like looking that up on your own, feel free. A lot of people were trying to dunk on her because she was tweeting about how she's grossed out about being sexualized and then talking about how she has an OnlyFans, but apparently she doesn't. She has what's called a fan house, which is a safe for work version of OnlyFans, I guess. Now, obviously this week with the case, the biggest headline that we've seen is this whole thing with this popular streamer that was caught watching or participating in deep fake adult entertainment of his pure female streamers, which this whole thing has blown my mind. I haven't talked about that either because I don't have much to add to the conversation. It's been talked to death, but there are real situations where females are being sexually exploited against their will, and that sucks. So I hate in situations like this where this girl's trying to create an issue out of nothing because it makes people think less of real scenarios when this happens to females online, which does happen quite often. The moral of the story is if you're gonna criticize somebody in a gym and post that shit online, you better come correct. Otherwise, Joey Swoll is gonna dunk on your ass harder than Michael Jordan in the 90s.
Trying to make yourself out to be a victim, which you're not. There are women harassed in gyms. You're not one of them. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Oh, Joey just throwing haymakers on these clowns. Love to see it. As always, guys, I appreciate your time here today. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet and stand up out of your chair, rip down your shorts, and hip thrust that motherfucking like button for me. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.